Well, before you know it, it's going to be Christmas here in the southeast Arizona desert here where I live in Cochise County. Beautiful Huachuca Mountains in the background, and they're all snow covered. We just recently had some rain, and even though it rained in my yard, up in the mountains, of course, it's all turned snow. Well, I'm not sure how cold it got down to last night, but it definitely got down to freezing, and it's definitely a frosty morning, that's for sure. And one amazing fact about Cochise County, and one of the reasons I love being here, there's about 15 species of hummingbirds here. So when most of us think about hummingbirds, we think of those amazing little miracles on wings, buzzing around on beautiful days, sipping nectar from flowers. Well, I'm not sure this morning, folks, if my hummingbirds will be coming in. I mean, their feeder is totally frozen. It's a cold winter day for sure. This is solid as a rock. I don't even know how long it's going to take to unthaw. Well, this time of year, most of them have gone to Mexico, or maybe even further south, but not all of them. Meet one of the toughest little hummingbirds on the planet, the Anna's hummingbird. The Anna's sipping on frozen nectar water reminds me of being a kid and enjoying Mr. Freezy's. An Anna's hummingbird was named by a French naturalist who traveled to North America in the 19th century. His name was René Primevère-Lesson, and named the hummingbird after beautiful Anna de Essling was her name, the Duchess of Rivoli, or Rivoli. Looks like my poor old oleander I planted last spring are too enthusiastic about the cold winter. I don't think they're going to make it for this winter, but hopefully they'll come up from the roots in the spring. So as you can see by this range map, folks, Anna's hummingbirds are tough little birds, and they travel all the way up into Canada when they're exploring and feeding. Also with Anna's hummingbirds, they actually breed here in Arizona, but not on my property. They don't like mesquite and grass as a habitat. And again, being super tough, they actually breed in January, believe it or not. And a lot of people think, well, hummingbirds feed mostly on flowers and that's where they get their nutrition. And of course, hummingbird feeders, that would be incorrect. That's only about 20% of their diet. 80% is insects. They love little spiderlets that they can actually pick right off the web, and they can catch insects in midair. And here on my property, they can actually scrounge around through all the mesquite trees and look for any insects and larvae that are just clinging to the mesquite trees. And I think one of the most common myths about hummingbirds is that you shouldn't leave your hummingbird feeder up during the winter because the hummingbirds will then forget to migrate and they'll starve. And actually, what dictates whether they migrate or not is the length of the days. So that's all hormonal. So the length of the day and the sunshine dictates whether they think they should migrate or not. So Anna's hummingbirds have one major strategy that serves them well when they go to sleep during these cold nights here on my property. They can actually suspend their high rate of metabolism by entering into what's called a torpor. And a torpor is kind of like a nightly hibernation. So they kind of take their time in the morning waking up, and you'll see them sometimes stretching and sitting in the sun, and then they're ready to go. Well, I'm betting I'm not alone when it comes to hummingbirds. So many people absolutely love these little gems. So if you've got a hummingbird story or a question about hummingbirds, why don't you leave it in the comments below, please? And also, you can always send me an email at affordabledesertliving@gmail.com. Whoa, cool! Check this out. Brand new socks. Nope, didn't fall from the sky. Another super kind gift from one of my subscribers, this time from Steve B. Merry Christmas, Dawn. I hope these keep your feet warm. Thank you very, very much, Steve. And they will indeed. Well, I hope you learned a little bit about hummingbirds today, folks. They're amazing little creatures, that's for sure. I absolutely love them. And I love being here in the hummingbird capital of North America. And as always, thank you so much for watching my videos. And if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. And also, if you want to know when my next video is being published, click the old notification bell. And I so appreciate everyone being here. Thank you so much. See you on the next video.